Hey, it's Liz with Crafty Queens. As you know, we've been obsessed with some scrapwood houses and businesses lately. Today we are going to do a hair salon. Now for this one, I was inspired by our actual hairdresser, who me and my daughter and one of my sons goes to. She recently became the owner where she works and has redecorated and repainted. And she has some greens and woods in her decor. So I thought we could make a cute little gift for her to display that goes along with that. So we've got some pieces of wood cut. We're going to start painting. We'll also be making her a couple little signs. One will say Christina's and one will say hair salon. I'm actually using pieces of shims or popsicle sticks or craft sticks, I guess they're called, and I am sanding the edges to make sure everything is smooth, giving it a layer of white paint, and then taking a paint marker. You could use a Sharpie or a pen if you wanted to, or a paintbrush if you're very non-shaky, unlike me, and you can write whatever you want on it. In a larger version of something like this, you could even use stencils. Christina's is going to be written side to side, and hair salon will be written up and down because of where these signs are going to be placed. Once we know how big we need it, we can take our miter snips and trim it. Then sand the edges, paint it white, and use whatever to write on it. I used a black paint marker. Now we'll take a palette knife and some white paint, and we're going to give this a little bit of white distressing. Now, she's not as dark and dingy in her decor as some, so I'm trying to keep it lighter and brighter than normal. Then I have some of these pieces that are going to be used for protruding windows, so we are going to go ahead and give those a layer of brown paint. We're going to cut some scraps to be awnings. The awnings, very similar to the signs, will be painted white with some black permanent marker or paint marker or whatever you have on hand. We are going to add some brown paint and water and just use a paper towel or our finger to kind of smudge on some weather, wear, aging, however you want to call it. This is just so that her little hair salon doesn't look brand spanking new. Gives it a tiny bit of rustic without making it super dirty looking. After the paint dried, I did go ahead and run it through some sandpaper, and look at that. Next, we're going to draw on some windows just with a pencil. You can have some fun with this, do all kinds of different shapes and sizes. And then for the bay windows, we are going to do a black square in the center of those pieces, and then we will do some white for the actual window panes. Then to give this little building some weathering, we are going to take some paint and water and go around the edges, the doors, under the signs, under the windows, things like that, just to throw on some paint and water, smudge it with your finger or paper towel. If you get too much, you can even use a wet wipe, and then wipe some of it back. Doing this in some places gives it just enough and brings it all together. I love the way this one turned out. Can't wait for us to go get our haircuts tomorrow and give this to her, just so she knows she's loved and appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. Please give us a like, a follow, leave a comment. Let us know if you've tried something like this or if you're going to. Have a blessed day, and we'll talk at you next time. Bye.